Hey there everybody, my name is Keno and welcome back to your Toronto Maple Leafs franchise mode series here on the channel. Now I'm going to start off and say right off the bat, it's a little weird that I have both a Leafs and a Canadiens series going on the channel at the same time. It gets confusing sometimes. I sometimes lose my allegiances. I'm normally a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, and that's like a given fact about me, but it's really getting confusing. I forgot to mention it in the Montreal Canadiens video that I was recording, but in the video, I wanted to mention that somebody commented on one of the Montreal Canadiens videos mentioning the fact that I almost cheered when Marner scored against us in that video, and they're 100% right. If you watch that video, it's called the Epic Playoff Rivalry for the Montreal Canadiens series. If you watch that video, you'll see when Marner scores, I almost freaking cheer pretty loudly. Spoiler alert, it's a great episode. Go check it out. It's very fun. Anyways, that being said, we're getting going here in this third video of the series. And you know what? The team's up and down. You know, it was a rocky start. Then we got our feet under us. Now we're third in the division. But I mean, it's still dicey for us because the Senators are going crazy with 14 wins and 3 losses in their first 17. I mean, the Panthers aren't far behind us, neither are the Bruins or the Canadiens or the Red Wings. So it's going to be really tight to try and get a position here, and every win's going to count. So in this video, if things aren't going well toward the end of it, we're going to be looking to make a trade to make this team a little stronger here. Now, I know in the real life, Toronto Maple Leafs don't really make trades that often. At least it doesn't seem like they're going to under the Brad Treliving era. I'm not Brad Treliving. I'm not Kyle Dubas. I'm Ken O'Fenno. And I'm the new GM of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if I decide that I need to make a trade to make this team stronger or to make a better investment in the future, I'm going to do it. Okay? I'm going to pull the trigger. We're going to see, though, first how this team does. We're going to, again, start by simming some games. Let's take a look quickly at what the lines were, just for a quick refresher. I have Domi with Matthews and Marner on that top line, Nyes with Tavares and Bertuzzi on the second line, Jarnkrok, Holmberg, Nylander as the starting third line, and then Robertson, Gregor, Kampf as the fourth line. Now, one of the things that I addressed in the last video was that fourth line is sucking big time. That Robertson's not doing very well. Gregor and Kampf both are just minuses, and I'll say it now, I'll say it again, I've said it 1,000 times in the past. Plus minus is not a good metric to detect a person's defensive abilities or to determine how good they are defensively, but in EA Sports NHL, it's the only thing we have to really go off aside from their giveaways and takeaways. And if I look at Kampf's giveaways and takeaways, how's he doing? 10 giveaways, 8 takeaways, so it's not like it's anything special there. And Noah Gregor, 8 giveaways, 4 takeaways. So again, they're probably on par for what an average NHL forward would do. I need a fourth line specialist, though. I need fourth line specialists here, and Gregor and Kampf aren't getting it done. I'm not going to give them any more ice time because they look like they're snake bitten. And then defensively, it's pretty well rounded. I mean, Giordano was doing pretty decently. Lagesson with 6 points in 10 games was a big surprise for us last video. I want to get Benoit back in the lineup. I don't know where to put him, honestly. So I think for this episode, it might seem weird. What I'm going to be doing is taking maybe not Gregor, but Noah. We're going to be taking David Kampf out of the lineup and putting in Ryan Reeves on that fourth line. Maybe Robertson, Gregor, Reeves does better. We'll see. We're going to be tinkering with that fourth line a bit here. The rest of the lineup, I think, can stay the same unless we are absolutely abysmal to start this video. So let's go. Game 21 against the Seattle Kraken. How do we do? 5-4 loss, so that's great. Okay, and then against a middling Boston Bruins team, how do we do? A quick sim here. John Klingberg in the AHL is now injured with a concussion, so it kind of works, and it's a 6-3 loss. So we're off to a great start in this video, and guess who we're facing next, other than the powerful Ottawa Senators, who are possibly going to be like 15-5-0 to start. Oh, but Ilya Samsonov is back. That is great news. We're going to waive Martin Jones and hopefully not lose him on waivers, and we don't. So it can be Samsonov and Wall back in the NHL, because I don't see a need to make any other moves. Jones wasn't doing great for us in the call-ups, so let's see. All right, so Samsonov's back in. He was doing amazing for us. Wall, a little dicey. I'm not going to put Samsonov in yet, though, because I want him to be fully healed before I put him back in. I'm not turning away Tyler Bertuzzi that soon. All right, up against a powerful Ottawa Senators team. We are going to slow sim this one just for a little bit of fun. Let's see what happens. First period. And we take a 1-0 lead from a goal by Austin Matthews. Shots are 10-9 in favor of your Toronto Maple Leafs. Let's see what we can do here. Second period. 3-1 now. Marner and Nyes add to it. Nyes with the power play goal, and then Tarasenko gets the Ottawa Senators on the board for the first time. Shots are 26-14. So the Senators only had 5 shots that period, whereas we had 16. We obliterated them that period. And then third period, just going to quick sim this one. And it's a 5-2 win. Matthews gets another. Giroux gets the Senators back on the board again. And then Gregor gets the empty netter to seal the deal. Now, we didn't have many shots that period. I think we had 9. They had a lot, though. They had a lot. I think they had 15 shots. So they definitely bounced back. We still got the win, though. We win 5-2 in that game against a Titan in our division. So that's pretty good. But Samsonov is back out with a herniated disc. He wasn't even supposed to play. He's back out for like a month and a half. So Jones didn't do good. Guys, I think it's time. I know he's injured in real life, but this isn't the real life. Matt Murray, you're getting your call up now. We're going to give you a shot. You're 79 overall. You could be absolutely terrible for us. We are going to give you the shot and see how it goes. Few game trial here against the Nashville Predators. They're really bad, so maybe this will be an easy win for him. Let's see. And it's a 6-5 win, so it was not an easy win for him against the New York Islanders, who again are a struggling team. I said it was going to be an easy win last game against a struggling team, and it wasn't. That's just the Leafs way. Every time you're facing an easy win team, you lose. Against the New York Islanders here. And my point is proven. Not only did we lose, but we lost to the team that somehow always beats us. The Islanders always beat the Leafs. That's freaking crazy. But we lose there, and I'll give Murray another start here against the New York Rangers if he's still even in net. Liljegren's now out till December 23rd, so just about a week or so, and we lose 3-1 there. So we definitely need to make some line changes. Oh, that was actually a good trade for Kemp. Oh, crap. Definitely should have looked more into that one. But let's take a look here at who's doing what. How has Reeves done since coming in? 3 points in 6 games and a -1. He's staying in. Gregor's now got 7 points in 26 games. -10 though. And then Robertson, 21 games in. He's got 2 goals. That is so painful. That is so painful. I want to see him do better. I just don't see who to knock down. Maybe Yarncrow. Holmberg isn't doing too bad. 12 points in 26 games. And then Nylander with 27 points in 26 games on the third line. That's pretty good. Nyes with 19 points in 26 games. Tavares with 20 points in 26 games. And Bertuzzi with 18 points in 26 games. Decent production from my second line. I usually prefer that type of production on my third line. Not too bad. And then Domi with 18 points in 26 games. Matthews with 30 points in 26 games. And Marner with, I can't do the math this early, 33 points in 26 games. So pretty good production from that top line. I might want to change it up again a bit. And we are going to change it up, actually. We are going to put Robertson on the top line with Matthews and Marner. Nyes with Tavares, and Bertuzzi is going to stay. And then, actually, you know what? No, we're going to keep it that way. So Nyes, Tavares, Bertuzzi, Domi, Holmberg, Nylander. I think that's pretty good. I know Yarncrow was doing good there, but what if he rounds out that fourth line really well? That could be really useful for us. Riley Brody as that top pair, 12 points in 26 games for Riley. Not that great. Brody with 8 points in 26 games. Okay, 15 points in 23 games for McCabe. That's not what I expected from him. I expected absolute brutality on the ice, and instead he's throwing pucks through the net. Let's see how many hits he has this season. 29 hits, 16 blocks, 10 giveaways, 11 takeaways. He's actually a really damn good defender for us. Simon Benoit is back in the lineup. 13 games played. Yeah, he's giving the puck away every chance he freaking gets. That's really unfortunate. We're going to get Lagesson up there with McCabe. And then Giordano's not too bad. How's Lagesson done in the last 6 games? He's got 1 point and he's a -3. So, not looking great. Not looking too good at all. And then we obviously moved on from Camp. He's a scratch right now. Maybe we try him instead of Gregor, but I think Camp is done for me. And then Matt Murray, 882 through 3 games, 98 saves. So he's not even facing hard competition. He's letting everything in. So we're going back to Joe Wool because we need wins. I said every win counts, and God damn it, every win counts. So against the Columbus Blue Jackets here, who are 8-0-2 in their last 10 games, I'm expecting a slaughtering here, but we're going to slow sim this one and see how the team does. We are looking like we're going to be making a trade here for the betterment of this team. But against the Columbus Blue Jackets, first period is scoreless, 9 shots apiece. Not too bad. Second period, and the Blue Jackets just annihilate us. Patrick Laine, Jack Roslovic, Matthews gets us on the board with the power play goal, but then Robertson puts us down again by 2. Shots are 25-18 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Not looking good. The line changes. I got to give them a few games to gel, but let's see. Third period, they add one more, and it's 4-1 loss. Shots are 32-31 for the Blue Jackets, but that score is not in our favor, unfortunately. So not a good game, not a good look on this Leaf team. We are currently not even in a wild card spot, not in a divisional spot, and we're in a three-way tie for that fourth place with the Red Wings and the Canadiens. Only our games in hand putting us up over those two teams. And let's not forget, the Sabres and the Bruins are only 1 and 3 points behind us, respectively. This is a tight damn division in that bottom half. Holy crap. Okay, we're going to sim here till game 30, and then if we are still a losing team, I'm gonna pull the trigger. So against the Pittsburgh Penguins here, Kyle Dubas' new team, and we win 4-2 because we absolutely had to win that one. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. Against the New York Rangers here, and we lose 4-1. I wanted to say win. I wanted to say it, but I jinxed us possibly. And then against the Buffalo Sabres here in game 30 of the season, still just hanging on to the edge of that possible wild card spot against the Buffalo Sabres. Calle Jarnkrok is injured with post-concussion syndrome. He's out till March 10th. Oh, that hurts so bad. I'm going to hit replace this player now because I'm going to go look through the lines, and we lose 5-3 there. Holy crap. We are dropping like flies, and it does not look good for this team, especially since we're about to go up against a really powerful Columbus Blue Jackets team. But I believe Samsonov will be back. Spencer Silva's injured. Samsonov isn't back. Damn it. I pumped my brake. I pumped my gas too early. All right, let me take a look at this lineup and see who's struggling, and I'll get right back with you. All right, and upon looking at the lineups, I've made some changes, but I'm not going to be keeping them. I don't think. I have Holmberg on the top line to try and get him producing. I don't know if that's a great idea, though. Robertson only had 1 goal in his few games with the Leafs on that top line, so that didn't do too well. Domi and Bertuzzi. Domi with 21 points in 30 games is not bad. Bertuzzi with 21 points in game. Bertuzzi with 21 points in 30 games isn't bad. Domi with 19 points in 30 games also isn't too bad. Nylander is still tearing it up. He's got 30 points in 30 games, and he was playing on the third line there. Tavares is a little lackluster with 24 points in 30 games. I got to take a look at the power plays as well and see what's going on here. But they should all be producing because they're all there. Maybe I break it up. But the big weak links were that fourth line. Again, Gregor is now a -13. Kampf came in. He's still a -7. I don't think he's actually played yet, so it doesn't matter. Reeves is a minus. A lot of negatives here. And then on the back end, Riley's just not putting up points for us. Brody's not doing great. McCabe is still doing good, 16 points in 27 games. Lageson's a letdown. Benoit is a letdown. And Giordano is just decent. Like, that's all I can say. He's really just decent. So we're going to do something big here. And then goaltenders, Joseph Woll is doing everything he can to keep us in it. Matt Murray was nothing for us. Luckily, we're going to get Samsonov back, but we got to make some moves here. And I think there's one move that I'm going to make right off the bat here, and that's going to be a coaching change. The team's not gelling under the current coach. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, so Edwin Fratton is not getting it done for us. He's 15-13-2 so far with the team. It's just not looking good. I don't know who I want to call up to replace him, though, because I don't usually like defensive coaches. Lane Tokarski is not very great. Craig Shantz isn't great. If there's anyone available, just Roosevelt, and that's another generalist coach. And he's got D in teaching, so nothing is standing out to me here. Maybe Milan Slager, C- in teaching. Hayduk, C- in teaching. I like teaching coaches, if you couldn't tell. Nobody's here. It might seem Turnka, Dominic Turnka. Maybe he's good. Maybe he can do better for us. 62% in team chemistry. How was Edwin Fratton? 68%. He should be doing so much better. But he's not. I just don't see it working with this current coaching staff or this current team. It's frustrating to see us selling, and we're listed as sellers. Can you see that? We are team status seller. That is absolutely insane when you have a team with Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Nylander, Riley. That's insane that we're listed as sellers. All right, well, before I make any trades to try and fix the problem, I do want to try and fix it from within, and that starts by waiving Ryan Reeves and Noah Gregor. Noah Gregor is not doing good for us. He's just a 1-year contract. If I could get something for him, I would. He fits best on that top line, So I wish we could get him up in the lineup, but I just don't think he would do much better. He's just a big negative player for us. And then we're going to be calling, I would call up Fraser Minton, but I'm going to try to keep it a little realistic. He's supposed to be down in the WHL right now, and I wouldn't be able to call him up if he was there, so we're not going to do that. We're going to call up Steves and maybe Kiefer Bellows or Nick Abruzzese. Yeah, it's going to be Abruzzese. So Steves and Abruzzese are going to come up. Reeves and Gregor going down. Do we lose either of them? We lose Ryan Reeves of all players? Okay, so Reeves is now with the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm going to get these lines done, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, and the new lineups for the forward core are Knees, Matthews, Bertuzzi. I kind of bumped up the wingers for Tavares, up onto that top line with Matthews. Maybe he'll be able to get them all producing. Then we got Domi, Tavares, Marner on that second line. They're a +5, so they might go crazy. Nylander, Robertson, Holmberg. I'm asking a lot from Nylander to get these two guys going. These two youngsters really producing. Hopefully he's up for the challenge. And then the new fourth line, we moved on from Ryan Reeves, pulled up Alex Steves. So Reeves for Steves, and now it's Abruzzese, Steves, and Camp on that fourth line. If Camp doesn't do well, he wasn't doing as bad as Gregor, but if Camp doesn't do well, we have Bobby McMahon as well to get into the lineup, and hopefully we can get Yarncrow back for the playoffs if we make the playoffs. Defensively, I don't know what to do here. Liljegren's almost back. I'm thinking I'm going to knock Riley down to that second line. We'll do McCabe, Brody, Riley Lagesson, Riley Benoit maybe, and then Giordano Lagesson. And I know Liljegren's going to be back. He might even be back before that game against the Blue Jackets. So I'm going to take out... I mean, Benoit is giving the puck away. He's got 1 point in 17 games, and he's giving that puck away every chance he gets. Lagesson, are you doing the same thing? He is. So you know what? We're gonna take out Lagesson here, pull in Liljegren again, and we're gonna go with Giordano Liljegren on that third pair, Riley Benoit on that second pair, and then the power play, I'm gonna break it up. I'll be right back. All right, some big changes on that power play. We now have Nyes as the center, with Matthews and Nylander as the wingers, and Bertuzzi and Riley on the point. And then the second line, it will be Tavares in the center, Marner and Domi on the wing, and Liljegren, Robertson at the point. I might actually move Robertson right up to the wing position here and put Domi back on the point. I do find that forwards on the point usually struggle a bit in point production, but sometimes they don't, so we'll see what happens. But this is the new lines that we're going to run with. If this doesn't work out, you guys tell me immediately what we should be doing, who we should be targeting to bring on to our Toronto Maple Leafs team. But let's see, we're going to go through the next 10 games here, go to game 40 of the season, pretty much that halfway mark, and we'll see. We're going to slow sim this game against the Columbus Blue Jackets. We lost them last time. They're 9-0-1 in the last 10 games now. Can we put a 1 in that loss column, that regulation loss column? First period, 2-0 for the Blue Jackets. Goudreau and Tessier get them onto the board. Shots are 9-8 in favor of the Blue Jackets, so it's still a tight game, but the score doesn't reflect it. Let's go. Second period. Again, it's 3-1. McCabe gets us on the board, brings us within 1, but then Line A puts them back up ahead by 2. Shots are 23-22 for your Toronto Maple Leafs. So very tight game still, but this third period is going to determine everything. Can we come back or will we fall flat? Third period, and we fall flat. Nylander gets another one, brings us within 1, and once again, Boone Jenner puts them up ahead again by 2. Shots were 40-30, so we really poured in the shots in that third period, but they still come out with the win. And we are on a bit of a skid now. We're 3-6-1 through our last 10 games, 15-14-2 through the season. Liljegren's fully healed now, so luckily he didn't get injured in that game. Camp and Giordano for Honzik and Poirier. That's interesting, but I'm not making the move this second. All right, against the Ottawa Senators here. Oh, another trade offer. No, I'm not moving up McCabe or Bertuzzi. Just not happening. Against the Ottawa Senators here, who are starting to fall from grace. They're 28-1 on the season, but 5-4-1 in their last 10. So let's see. Against the Ottawa Senators, quick sim this one. Hervenen's out with post-concussion syndrome in the minors, and we lose 7-6 in overtime. Now we're up against a unstoppable Columbus Blue Jackets team. Why do we have to keep facing them? They keep putting us in the dirt. Can we finally beat them? We're going to slow sim this one too. We're not going to lose 4-2 this time. I can't lose 4-2 again. Okay. First period, we're up 2-1. They get the first goal of the game from a power play goal by Adam Fantilli, but then Kampf gets us on the board and Tavares puts us up by 1. Shots are 13-7 in favor of the Blue Jackets, but the Leafs currently hold the lead. Let's go. Second period. Score stands 2-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Shots are 28-17 in favor of the Blue Jackets. Very interesting. Let's go. Third period. Quick send this one. Damn it. They tie it up. Alex Tessier gets a goal. 14-minute mark. Alex Tessier gets a goal for the Blue Jackets. Shots are 37-33 for the Blue Jackets. But the score is 2 apiece. Going into overtime. Let's slow sim this overtime. Can we win this? We're putting some shots on. They're putting some shots on. It's back and forth. Going to the shootout. Come on. We gotta put a loss in their column. I know it won't be a regulation loss, but it's gonna be an overtime loss. Come on. Shootout. Oh, come on. Kent Johnson gets the lone shootout goal. And the Leafs lose another one to the Blue Jackets as they continue their win streak. Holy crap. Okay, we're 2-5-3 in our last 10. I'm not moving on for McCabe and Bertuzzi. It's just not happening. Against the Carolina Hurricanes here, who are a pretty decent team, as we fall to the bottom of our division, I think. No, we're just tumbling still. We're still just tumbling. Against the Carolina Hurricanes here in Game 34 of the season, now McCabe is out till January 7th with an abdominal strain. Holy crap, we are getting bit by the injury bug. Places player, it's going to put Lagesson in, and we win one! 6-4 win over the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh, glory be thy name. Nylander is fully healed. I didn't realize he was injured. At least we're picking up points here, but let's go against the LA Kings. And it's a 6-4 loss. God damn it. Against the Anaheim Ducks in Game 36 of the season. I don't want Matt Kiersted. And we win 2-1. Okay, that is so good. Robertson was hurt too. I don't know. Was he out of the lineup or what? Against the San Jose Sharks here. Game 37 of the season. Connor Timmins in the AHL is injured. Casey Fitzgerald, you know what? I'm going to claim you. Jake McCabe is fully healed now, so we'll get him back in over Lagesson, who probably replaced him on that line. All right, McCabe back with Brody, Riley with Benoit, and Giordano with Liljegren on that third pair. How do we do against the San Jose Sharks here? We win 7-3. Okay, that's good. We're getting some momentum going here. I like Matthew Poitras, but I'm not moving Bertuzzi and Giordano. Guys, stop asking. All right, game 38 of the season. How do we do? A 2-1 loss. Okay, and game 39 of the season against the New York Islanders. We always seem to lose against them. Let's see what happens. We win 1-0. Oh, that's a pretty damn good win up against a really bad Colorado team. They've lost at least... They're on at least a 10-game losing streak. Holy crap, I haven't seen that ever. Let's see. We're going to end their losing streak for them more than likely. Game 40 of the season, the final one of this video. What do your Toronto Maple Leafs do? First period, 3-2 after the first. We get 3 straight goals. Matthews at the power play, Abruzzese, and then Domi, but McKinnon gets on the power play for them, and Puljujarvi gets them another one. Shots are 13-12. Score is 3-2 though. Let's go. Second period. They tie it up from a goal by Ross Colton. Shots are 22 apiece. Score is 3 apiece. Okay, and third period, gonna quick sim this one. And we do drop it. Oh, great. Nylander gets a shorty, but they get 3 freaking goals in that third period. Shots were 33 apiece, but the score ended up 6-4 in favor of the Colorado Avalanche, because go figure it would. This team is snake bitten. You want to see an accurate roster? Ask me for it, because apparently I've created the most accurate Toronto Maple Leafs team possible with such top-end talent that can't get it done. Holy crap. Let's take a look at how our team is doing, who's doing what, who's being actually a good player. Matthew Knies on that top line's got 20 goals and 9 assists for 29 points through 40 games. Austin Matthews has 45 points in 40 games, including 21 goals. And then Bertuzzi with 28 points in 40 games. So just not a lot of complimentary scoring on that top line, honestly. Maybe we gotta load it up. Second line, Domi, 26 points in 40 games. Can't really be upset with that. Tavares, 34 points in 40 games. So he's kind of keeping within that point per game range, but he's not there yet. And then Marner with 47 and 40. So he's doing very well. On that third line, William Nylander with 42 points in 40 games. Robertson with 8 points in 35 games. I'm done with him. He's done for this season. No way you're going back down to the minors. And then Holmberg with 14 points. You're not a third liner. We got to make some big moves between episodes. Abruzzese with 3 points in 10 games. Steves with 3 points in 10 games. And then Kampf with 8 points in 30 games. He's a -9. So I'm pretty much done with him too. We got to make a lot of roster changes here. Defensively, McCabe with 18 points in 34 games as a defensive defenseman is pretty impressive. Brody with 12 points in 40 games. Riley with 17 points. I don't know why he's not getting points. He's got 95 offensive awareness. He's on the first line power play, and he's not doing anything for us. So I think it's a coaching change time. Regardless, I think it's coaching change time. 5 points in 27 games for Benoit, so he's done a little better. 7 points for Giordano, and 10 points for Liljegren in 36 games. So we're not getting any back-end scoring, and that's got to change. Joel Wool with an 898 through 29 games, 13 wins as well, 3.24 goals against average, and that one lone shutout against the New York Islanders. And then again, Matt Murray hasn't played since. So Samsonov is almost ready. Yarncrow, again, he's done for pretty much the entire season. He's going to be back after the trade deadline. This is rough. This is so rough. If you guys know anything that we should be doing, you guys let me know in the comments down below. Also, shameless plug, like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this series or any of the series on the channel. We have a Butte Bandits expansion franchise mode series. We have a Montreal Canadian series, a Be a Pro series, and a new surprise series coming up soon, or might have already come up. I don't know when this video is going to release, but thank you guys for all the love and support lately. That's shameless plug aside. This team sucks. We're almost at the actual mark in the season. Currently, as of recording this, it's January 19th. It is January 14th in our sim, and our team, I think, is way out of a playoff spot. No, we're 8 points out of a playoff spot. I said no, but we are 8 points out of a playoff spot currently, or at least a divisional spot. How far are we out of we're 7 points, 5 points, sorry, out of a playoff wildcard spot. That is so rough. I'm so angry. I don't know if you can tell. I'm like losing my breath here. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I don't even know why I'm on the trade screen. Who do we even have to really trade aside from Bertuzzi and McCabe that everyone seems to freaking want? I know people are going to be saying, get rid of Marner. He's the only one putting up points. Him and Matthews Nylander are the only one putting up points. They're not going anywhere. If I move them out, we'll have nothing. We'll have nothing. Is this just a write-off of a season, or are we gonna barely make it into the playoffs and go all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals? That seems like a leafy enough season. Holy crap! We don't even have picks to really leverage aside from our first, and we might want to keep that because it might end up being a top 10 pick. Holy crap! That's gonna wrap it up for here. In between episodes, I'm gonna take a look at making a coaching change, see what's available. Maybe if I can find like a stellar goaltender or a stellar coach. I mean, who can come in and get the job done for us. I'll see if I can do that. If not, I'm going to be looking for trade targets here. I'm looking to make some moves now. This team's got to get their shit together. So pardon my language, but this is just ridiculous. But thank you guys so much for joining me. This has not been a blast. This has not been fun. We're still a winning team. We still have a winning record, but it's not been fun. Especially if you take into those overtime losses. We're not a winning team. We're bad. We're a bad team. The Toronto Maple Leafs are a bad team. I'm a Leaf fan. I'll admit that right ahead. We're a bad team, but thank you guys so much for joining me. This has not been a blast. This has not been fun. I'm going to see what I can do to blow up this team in between videos, and I'll be back with you on the next one as we take this shipwreck of a team through the rest of the season, probably to the trade deadline. I don't think we'll go through the trade deadline necessarily. Possibly, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next one.